Wait, that was it? Wow, that was a quick ass outro, bro. Like, what the fuck? I didn't like that. I didn't like how he just like made the outro that quick. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely didn't think that was outro worthy, man. How I feel about the album, man? I ain't gonna lie to you guys, bro. I got about 9 to 10 tracks on my playlist that I'm looking at it right now. Hold on, let me look at it to confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 tracks on my playlist, and I'm pretty sure I was iffy about one of them. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Fuchs with Absol or Ohio with Freddie Gibbs. I think the album, man, again, is doing the same thing, the same Q effect. I feel like this album, a lot of people, actually, to be fair, I feel like this album is going to be received well. It's been a long time since we got Q. Q fans should definitely be hyped about this, man. I loved the variety he had in this album. Like, you know, he had West Coast rap. He was doing some conscious shit. Sound like he had a little bit of EDM influence there. You know, you get the track with Pig Feet, Childish Majors, heavy drums, kind of the old school ScHoolboy Q we're used to that he's been doing. That you know, that's what's made him his career. I just feel like he had a lot of everything, you know, for every listener. I also feel like this was a growth album, man. You know, there was a lot of, you know, just a lot of shit that ScHoolboy Q was kind of getting off. You know, he's been, you know, he's a father now. I mean, yeah, he's a father now. You know, he's been in the game now for at least a decade now. I think it's been in 2024. It's been almost 8 years or 7 years, I would say. And so ScHoolboy Q has definitely learned a lot, taking his 5-year hiatus. Crash Talk dropped in 2019. You know, I just feel like he had everything that he needed to talk about. Now there were some tracks on here where I was kind of like confused because it felt like a freestyle more than an actual track. I believe Cooties was one of them. And, you know, again, this is my first listen, so I'm just giving you guys off the top of my head. I believe Cooties was one of them, and I think it was Yearn, I believe it was the other one. I did not like the track with Devin Malik. I thought that was a horrible feature. He could have definitely chose someone else. But I did like the Devin Malik Land Ski Walker feature. I thought that was pretty cool. I just feel like there's something for everybody on this album. And, you know, I feel like it's definitely a step up from ScHoolboy Q from a production standpoint. I feel like there's a lot of tracks. Like, I feel like Thank God For Me is going to be that track. Like, I always say ScHoolboy Q is always going to have one track where you're like, yo, this motherfucker did the damn thing. And I'm literally telling you right now, that Thank God For Me, I wish that he did not release that and tease that on the Boiler Room. Even though that was the track that got a lot of hype for the album, I wish he would have just saved that in his back pocket, because I feel like that track right there is just one of the best ScHoolboy Q tracks I've ever heard from him. That transition from, you know, Chicken Head, then starting to beat the ooh, with the flute, then going to Chicken Head, then transitioning back into that, and then his flow on that track was also insane. I just think it was just an insane track from ScHoolboy Q, man. You got to give him his props. It's just, again, a lot of people really, you know, ScHoolboy Q was overshadowed by Kendrick. I understand. You know, they definitely went in different parts of their career, different ways. And I just feel like every ScHoolboy Q album ages well. I love, like, you guys asked my favorite track on here. Thank God For Me, obviously. I love Blue Slide. I love the track Wish It Was Longer movie with ScHoolboy. I thought that track was insane. I thought the track with ScHoolboy movie, I thought that track right there should have been longer. And I thought, you know, him on the, like I said, he had the West Coast shit on there that way. He had the old school West Coast shit with like Ohio. What was it? Time Killers was the other one. Germany 86, I think. Yeah, Germany 86 is like the Alchemist track that had like that old school feel. He had a lot of shit, man. He had a lot of range on this album that I felt like he hasn't had on, well, to be fair, he does do it on a lot of albums, but I feel like this was his most rangiest album. Again, this is my first listen. I'm not trying to give you guys a very intricate review. I'm just telling you guys like how I feel about it, man. Like, I think that ScHoolboy Q should definitely get his flowers, man. I don't understand why you guys like that. Like, why I'm not gonna even give it a rate. Well, I'm gonna give it a rating. I think this was, for me personally, I think it was an 8 out of 10. First listen, 8 out of 10. But it's hard for me because I'm very biased because one of my favorite Schoolboy Q tracks, yes, I'm saying this, one of my favorite Schoolboy Q tracks is on this album. Thank God for me. I'm telling you guys, hands down, that is one of my favorite, if not my favorite. Like, that shit is crazy. I'm still listening to that shit. I want to. You don't know how bad I want to get in my car right now. Throw that shit on. Literally throw that shit on. I just felt like, yeah, man, Schoolboy Q, like, it was a lot of growth, man. And I also like how he kept the blue lip theme on the album. Like, there's one thing that Q has always done well is he keeps his theme going. Like Crash Talk, you know what I'm saying? Blue Lips. You know, he did it on Blank Face. Like, he keeps his themes going with his albums. So I just felt like, man, this is a well-rounded, well-put-together album, as usual, from Schoolboy Q. That's probably going to get overlooked by a lot of people. But I also feel like this is going to be an album that's going to wake up a lot of listeners and a lot of people that slept on Schoolboy Q as well. Yeah, man, it's just a dope-ass album, bro. I really enjoyed it. Probably one of my favorite listens of the year. And again, met the criteria, or met the hype. The criteria. Why I said criteria? Met the hype, I feel like, for sure, man. He definitely met the hype and did what he was supposed to do on this album. Couple misses for me that I'm kind of confused about. Maybe y'all like those. But other than that, I just feel like, man, it was just a well-rounded album that everybody's going to enjoy a piece of. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has this piece of this album that they're taking. Like, yo, that's Schoolboy Q. And that's how I feel about it, man. So get in the comment box below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to follow me on social media when you're here. And until the next time. I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube. Might be, might not. But if not, it is on Patreon as always. Till next time, we out. Peace.